They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is October 31st, 2015. It's Saturday, it is Indiana, and it is raining. It's the jonguitars Halloween podcast. Been working on it for about 2 months and did a test run. Was supposed to do it on the 18th. That didn't happen. Was supposed to do it on the 25th. That didn't happen. And so here we are in St. John Studios, and we're bringing you the show. So coming up, we have Jaws, Nightmare on Elm Street, Rosemary's Baby, Exorcist, and The Evil Dead. And how are you guys feeling today? You guys dressing up as anything cool? Well, I hope you are.
Do you like scary movies?
Abracadabra! I sit on his knee. Presto! Chango! And now here's me!
Sometimes dead is better.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
Here's Johnny. Every town has an Elm Street.
Really scary. Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Pumpkin.
Afraid with me, afraid with me.
Hello, Sydney. Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you. Now on video cassette.
I want to go. What's up, ninjas?
So there's the intro to the show. Hope you guys dug it, huh? It's been 3 months in the making. When I was younger, I used to, you used to pop on USA for a scary story, and the show would come on. It's the Hitchhiker theme. And it's kind of a scary theme for the show. Another scary theme is this one right here. Tell me what you guys think. This one's from Tales from the Crypt. Used to watch it on Fox 32 at night. I think it used to come on at 11, followed by the X-Files. And used to love to watch this on Saturdays. I mean, I was right out of high school, probably college age, and this was one I always used to watch. It's a good one. You know, back in the movie days, this used to be a terrifying movie. Jaws. People were afraid of the water. I'm still afraid of the water. I prefer not to go in the water, especially when you're, in the middle of the ocean. Shark gets hungry, you're gonna be breakfast or lunch. So coming up, we have Nightmare on Elm Street, Rosemary's Baby, and The Exorcist, Evil Dead. Don't forget this famous bit.
Is this where the horror movie folk be? What? I got a truckload of snakes for them horror movie folk. Well, I better take a look. Careful now. They be poison snakes. 1 minute, you're a big, strapping, healthy man, and the next, snap, you're dead meat, deep sick.
We also have a warlock warning us something. Here's a clip of a warlock.
Double toil and trouble making witches brew.
That is scary. That is very scary. Got some jokes for you guys. What do they teach in witch school? How to spell Why don't mummies take vacations? They're afraid to relax and unwind. Thank you. And you guys may know this famous song. Found this. This is Will Smith. And here's what we learn about Elm Street.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
Gonna kill me for sure.
Did you do it?
There was somebody else there.
He was locked in a room with a girl who went in alive and came out in a rubber bag.
You believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do.
It's a pretty good trailer. And here's another Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street theme I found. And that reminds me of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street scene.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
I also enjoyed this one.
Hey, where'd you keep the bourbon?
Be right down.
Please, Mom, I just don't want to be alone.
I said, where's the fucking bourbon? You should listen to your mother.
Oh, damn it, Kristen, you ruin everything. Every time I bring a man home, you spoil it. You know what your shrink says? You're just trying to get a little attention.
And here's what they said about Nightmare on Elm Street 3 when it came out on the news.
It's the biggest nightmare ever, but nobody's going to lose sleep over this one. Well, maybe the makers of Platoon, because for the very first time in history, a small independent film has swept the weekend box office grosses.
And the top money-making film this past weekend is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, with $8.8 million in ticket revenues.
The #1 movie in the country last week. In Syracuse, they called in the mounted police to control the crowds at theaters. Out in Los Angeles, they chanted Freddy.
So we sat down with Robert Englund. Here's what he said.
We only get so many great classic stories. That's what separates us from the animals, are the stories we tell. And Nightmare on Elm Street by Wes Craven is just a great goddamn story. And as Garrett Morris used to say, you know, baseball has been very, very good to me. Freddy's been very, very good to me. And Wes taught me to respect the genre, and I'm glad I listened.
I believe that Wes Craven let him out of a cage somewhere, or this spirit out of a cage somewhere, and I walked into the collided with those atoms, and we've sort of, fortunately or unfortunately, been intertwined ever since.
There you go. We have it. And here's another bit of note. Take a listen to this.
You can hear me.
Yes.
From Return to the Living Dead. Return to the Living Dead.
Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
Brains only.
Yes.
Why?
The pain.
What about the pain?
The pain of being dead.
Hurts to be dead.
I can feel myself rot.
Eating brains. How does that make you feel?
It makes the pain go away.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are glad you found us here. It's October 31st, Halloween. Tune your radios. And this is John Guitar, and I'm taking you through some of my favorite Halloween stuff. Is this scary? is this scary?
I was as beautiful as you once, not now. There was an old woman, all skin and bones. And she did weep and she did moan. She walked on through the streets of town. I was of town. Where all the dead lay on the ground. Then turning to the parson said, will I look like that when I am dead? The parson to the old woman said,
You guys may remember this from Rosemary's Baby. Never seen it, but chilling movie.
What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?
He has his father's eyes.
He has his father's eyes, like Satan's
What are you
eyes.
talking about? Guy's eyes are normal. What have you done to him, you maniac?
Satan is his father, not Guy. He came up from hell and begat a son of mortal woman. Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Satan is his father, and his name is Adrian. He shall overthrow the mighty and lay waste their temples. He shall redeem the despised and wreak vengeance in the name of the burned and the tortured. Hail Adrian! Hail Adrian! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
He chose you out of all the world, out of all the women in the whole world. He chose you. He arranged things because he wanted you to be the mother of his only living son.
Okay, that's terrifying. Terrifying. Another terrifying moment is this. The Exorcist.
Hey, mother's in here with his card. Would you like to leave a message? I'll see that she gets it.
And then they say this.
The power of Christ! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
I believe she's getting cuts on her face.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
That's not my favorite scene. My favorite scene from The Exorcist is the projectile vomiting.
Father! Father! This is not part of the ritual. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
A lot of vomit going on back and forth.
That's why you have to teach kids not to take candy from a stranger if they're playing in a playground, because they're such candy moron idiot brains. It's just, this man has candy, I'm going with him, goodbye, I don't care what happens to me, get candy, get candy, get candy, get candy. Don't go, they'll torture you, they'll kidnap you, it doesn't matter, he has an O. Henry, I have to take that chance. Get candy, get candy, get candy.
Jolting tales of horror.
Creep show. You'll scream at ghastly ghouls. Cringe at weird kids. And shiver at the doings of evil doctors.
This is going to be extremely painful, Mr. Verrill.
No, this is going to be an entirely new experience.
Okay, I don't exactly remember that being in Creepshow, but you never know. So anyways, yeah, coming up, wanted to tell you guys a few jokes, so here we go. What's a mummy's favorite type of music? What's a mummy's favorite type of music? Rap. Is this thing on? Why do demons and ghouls hang out together? Because a demon is a ghoul's best friend. Well, thank you. I'll be here all night. I will be here all night. So you guys might remember this theme from the movie Candyman. And, this Halloween they were playing Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin, so I thought I'd give it to you guys. Here's a little bit.
Do you really think he'll come? Tonight the Great Pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch. He flies through the air and brings toys to all the children of the world. That's a good story. You don't believe the story of the Great Pumpkin? I thought little girls always believed everything that was told to them. I thought little girls were innocent and trusting. Welcome to the 20th century.
This might sound familiar to you here. Casper the Friendly Ghost. And here's another scene from Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin if you guys didn't get to see it this year.
Do I get to go trick-or-treating this year, Big Brother? Sure, Sally. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, how do we do it? All you have to do is walk up to a house, ring the doorbell, and say tricks or treats. Are you sure it's legal? Of course it's legal. I wouldn't want to be accused of taking part in a rumble.
And it is the nicest, scary theme of all time, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Couldn't make a friend. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember that much about it. So in the 90s, my friends and I used to listen to rap, some of the filthiest rap out there. And I don't want my kids ever to get a copy of it, but here was one of the tapes we used to have.
Chucky, wanna play?
It's called Chucky by the Ghetto Boys. So, Child's Play is a big one. What's scarier than dolls? What's scarier than dolls? So I do have a little bit of Chucky. Here goes.
You hear that, you son of a bitch?
See, he got shot.
I'm gonna get you for it! I'm gonna get you! And I'm gonna get Eddie!
I don't know who Eddie is.
No matter what!
I don't even know if they show Eddie, but anyways, then he finds the doll and he's a voodoo guy, so he does this.
Give me the power, I beg of you! S'accusate me podemo. Mortis me de vaccorde mi voce. De lei porte passe gembella. S'accusate me podemo. De lei porte passe.
Then he finds one of his one of the guy he's gonna stop. He finds his voodoo doll.
Your own personal mojo, Doc.
Kind of a painful scene.
Sure. How do you want it? Broken leg? Shouldn't tell your customers where you hide things like this, John. Gets you in trouble every time.
Okay, needless to say, he finishes him off, and this is one of the first kills. The babysitter. She sees the doll. She's afraid. They don't actually show him push her, I believe. They just show her fall. That's an awesome sound of somebody falling, by the way. So Chucky song still going on. Here's a little struggle with the doll. Now the guy, the cop saying kill him, and she's struggling. Of course, the doll's got super strength. And here's the doll being trapped.
Andy, no, please. We're friends to the end, remember?
This is the end, friend.
So then the doll gets singed. And needless to say, when the doll comes back, it's absolutely terrifying, man. Absolutely terrifying. So we actually sat down with Chucky, and here's what we asked him. Here's what we asked him.
Favorite murder weapon?
The knife.
is my weapon of choice. But over the years, I've had to improvise quite a bit. Plastic bags, hairspray, toy hammers. It's all good.
Then we asked him this.
What are your Halloween plans? Do you have a costume?
I usually go as me for Halloween. One year, I went as Strawberry Shortcake. A very berry suicide, but it just wasn't me.
Anyways, you get to tell that the movies got hammed up. Here's one more question we asked.
What is the worst horror movie you've ever seen?
The worst horror movie I've ever seen is definitely The Lone Ranger. I saw it on a plane, and I got so mad I killed the guy next to me.
So there you go, and you guys might this song may sound familiar. It's I believe it's by Danny Elfman. So Danny Elfman, prolific in music his whole entire life. So he's done the theme to Candyman. He's done the theme to The Simpsons, and the list goes on and on. I don't want to miscredit him, but I did look today. He also did the theme for Psycho. And I was like, how can that even be? Because it was in the 60s. But I guess this guy must be, in his 80s or 90s, and he's still pumping out music. I mean, this is scary stuff. Also did the theme to Tales from the Crypt, and that's a great theme as well. So let me take you into a little bit of Candyman if you guys don't remember.
Do I know you?
No. But you doubted me.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
No need to leave yet.
But I'm late.
You are not content with the stories, so I was obliged to come. Be my victim.
And this music is also Elfman in the background.
My victim.
With the voices.
I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing. So now I must shed innocent blood. Come with me.
Here's another scary drop. It's pretty scary, man. And just in case you guys have never seen it, another notable movie is Carrie. Carrie's mom goes crazy. She realizes she has mental powers, and then she goes into her mom dies. She destroys the prom, and here's the ending of the movie if you've never seen it. Very peaceful end. She goes to visit her mom on the hilltop to lay flowers on her grave. Very nice strings. Sunny day. Everything's nice. The birds are outside. Hand comes out, grabs her. Now, if you can control the supernatural, or just control things with your mind, why would you be afraid of the hand? You could almost take see the hand and just break it right there with your mind powers. But terrifying ending to a movie. And this is another great theme.
He was the perfect killing machine who quit the CIA
to raise a family of 12
and went from taking out snipers
to changing dirty diapers. Now, Gary Franklin has to learn how to be Mr. Mom and kindergarten cop to the Children of the Corn.
So, of course, it's the Children of the Corn theme. And here's a little bit of the Children of the Corn. So basically, here's the scene.
You just sit there, seize him, punish him, cut him down. I command you. I am the word and the giver of his laws. Disobedience to me is disobedience to him. Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each more horrible than the last.
They are tired of your talk, Isaac. I've shown them what I can do. Cut the woman down. Put Isaac in her place. Yeah, we will see how the Lord favors you.
No, you dare not use blaspheme. He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you. No.
Okay, and then, the Children of the Corn, they start killing the townspeople, but they control this lady's wheelchair with a remote control.
Oh, 65.
Yeah! Yeah!
And the wheelchair crashes through the store building, and of course she's dead as they controlled her by wheelchair. So we went to the streets and asked some gentleman what his favorite movie was, and here's what he had to say.
And what is the scariest movie of all time?
The scariest movie of all time.
Yeah, like one you saw maybe as a younger person.
Children of the Corn.
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah. What was scary about it? How the kids kind of just they could like make people just bleed to death.
Right, and the part of basically being in a farmland and the cornfields, because I used to go camping a lot. So when I used to see that, it scared me. So.
Yeah,
that was scary.
I can hold my breath for a long time.
What a creepy song. What a creepy song. Here's another version of the Creepshow theme. Okay, and next up we have another great movie to talk about.
If you've never gone to a bar on Halloween, do it. It's fantastic. Every Halloween I go to a bar and I just hang out waiting for a fight to happen. Because a bar fight on Halloween is better than any action movie you'll ever see in your entire life. Last Halloween, I got to see Superman fight the Ghostbusters. Fantastic. Who you gonna call? An ambulance. I think he's dead.
And the next movie I want to talk about is The Crow. Now maybe The Crow isn't so scary, but to me it was just an awesome movie, so I thought I'd put it in. I mean, it's got to be scary for the guys who get the revenge. So here goes. And one notable scene is when Tintin, passes. Now these guys killed Eric Draven and his wife, so of course they pass as well.
The fuck you all painted up for, crackhead, huh? Halloween ain't till mañana. Murder!
He gets beat up, and now he's...
It's fun. It's easy. You gonna learn all about it.
Now Tintin pulls out his knife.
I like you to meet two buddies tonight. We never miss. Try hard. Try again.
He catches the knife.
Victims. Aren't we all?
So then one of the scenes that I have to play from The Crow, because it is freaking great, is when T-Bird meets his maker.
What are you talking about? No. You mean that place downtown?
Yeah, I remember her. We needed to put some fear into that little lady. She wasn't going along with our tenant relocation program. Her idiot boyfriend shows up and turns a simple sweep and clear into a total clusterfuck. Who gives a shit? It's ancient history. Why? What do you want? What is it? What? Speak to me. Speak!
Did you send us these complaints?
Come here.
Abashed, the devil stood. Does it get you sweating?
I know you. I know you. I knew you. I knew you.
He recognizes him.
But you ain't you. You can't be you. We put you through the window. There ain't no coming back. This is the really real world. There ain't no coming back. We killed your dad. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. The best the devil stood. I felt how awful goodness is. I felt how awful goodness is.
He lights the car, basically. And as he drives off, makes the crow. The car drives off the dock. Explodes midair. And here's the ending of the crow.
I have something to give you. I don't want it anymore. 30 hours of pain. All at once.
He gives it to the bad guy, the higher up.
All for you.
And giving him 30 hours of pain, of course, all at once, all for you, makes him fall off the edge of the cathedral. So we sat down with Brandon Lee, and here's what he said, before he passed in '94.
It has a very hard edge to it. I think that the film is quite faithful to the comic book. I hope that it is, in terms of preserving that hard edge and a certain style that the comic book certainly has.
We also asked him about this.
Try and see that some kind of justice is done. It's not necessarily a pretty subject, but it's one that I feel comes from him very organically and is quite justified. I'll tell you something, I don't really care about any statements the film makes that have to do with that, because that's not Eric's point of view. I'm sure that the world of this film is going to be a better place once the bad guys aren't there anymore. But that's not Eric's reason for doing what he's doing, and so it's not something I've stopped to consider a great deal.
And we also talked to Brandon Lee about this being his best role ever.
I don't know if I was destined to play this role, but I feel very fortunate to be doing so. This is the role this is the best role that I've had the opportunity to get my hands on in a film.
And coming up, we have Beetlejuice, The Munsters, and Friday the 13th. So why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Thank you. Why was the girl afraid of the vampire? He was no bark and all bite. Thank you. So, of course, everybody knows this music. This is actually from the animated series, and I used to watch the animated series. The graphics were great, and the storyline was good, and it was, Beetlejuice and Lydia got along. It wasn't like he's trying to terrorize her. But interesting, they had cheesy commercials on the actual show, And so I wanted to take you guys a little bit into the original Beetlejuice with this scene.
You think I'm qualified? What I mean is, can you be scary?
Oh, I know you're asking me. Can I be scary?
What do you think of this? You like it?
So basically, he's gonna scare the tenants out of the house. Here's another one.
2 words.
Right.
First word, 2 syllables.
You know, just turn.
I don't know what your signal means.
Turn around and look behind you. Hi, how are you?
Beetle.
Good, okay. Now,
Breakfast, orange beetle, beetle fruit, beetle breakfast, beetle drink, beetle, beetle juice.
Yes, that's it.
Name's Beetlejuice.
You said it twice. Just say it once more. Come on.
So she only need to say it once more, but she holds off. Here's one last one.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
So basically, he comes out of his world into their world. And I've never seen this movie, but this is a scary clip a friend shared with me.
Hello? Who is this?
It's from Black Christmas.
Why are you doing this? Who are you? For God's sake, what are you doing?
I know what you did, Billy. Filthy Billy. Billy. Billy.
Stop this.
Here's a great song. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it.
So I turned to see my monster in a cloud of smoke. Who said this shit ain't bad? Here, have a toke.
We smoked some hash.
We smoked some monster hash.
Some monster hash.
It was
Monster Hash. It is a hysterical song.
We got completely trashed.
You guys maybe remember this.
As we partied in the castle with the living dead. Mouths were dry and eyes were red. The ghouls and goblins shrieked and screamed. Won't somebody please pass the Visine?
Pass the Visine. This is from one of your favorites.
What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
I think the pies might have had, battery acid in them or something. 'Cause I forget what happens with these pies. Maybe they just splash somebody so they can't see. But that music is classic. So then I also thought another notable movie that I'd show you guys talk about is Magic. Basically, it's got Burgess Meredith and a comedian, a ventriloquist, and a doll.
Hey, Ben. How do you like it? I think it's going to be terrific.
What's with gangrene? Blue Cross repossess your tongue?
Come on in, shut up. Come on in, Ben. I'll do the whole routine for you. How the hell did you ever find me? You're amazing.
I bet it was that kid cab driver. He must have called the office and found you.
Is that right? That's it? Yeah, I told him I was with William Morris. You look like a hustler, so I give him 100 to shut him up. How much did you give him to talk?
Doesn't matter.
Right. Right here. That's the main thing. That's it. Right. Come on, grab yourself a seat. And, watch. Just remember that I haven't got this anywhere near performance level yet.
How long you been like this, kid?
Like what? Oh my God, you don't think that was for real? How do you think I rehearse?
Okay, needless to say, the ventriloquist can't stop the dummy from talking. He's warped. So here's the now he puts him to the test. Can you shut up for 5 minutes?
I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you.
But that would be sad. 2.5 minutes to go.
I can't make it.
I didn't think you could.
Hello,
everybody. This is Mrs. Norman Maine. My mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you. You have nothing to fear but fear itself, nothing to give but blood, sweat, and tears, nothing to lose but your chains. Here he is, boys. Here he is, world. Here is Fat!
So basically, then the entertainer, boss or his publicist is so freaked out he knows he has to call a doctor and get this guy help right away.
But I love the parade. The parade is awesome. And I'm not talking about the one that happens Halloween night. I'm talking about the one on November 1st. The next morning. The parade home from the most awkward one-night stand of your life. Like, you haven't lived until you've seen Dora the Explorer. And don't worry, I'm talking about a very adult version. High heel sneaks, maybe fishnets, cleavage pouring out of a very un-Dora-like low-cut t-shirt. Yeah, I'm talking about Dora the Explored.
And hopefully some of you can enjoy that joke. But here's another movie that deserves some accolades. Scene from the Monster Squad.
Hurry, get all your men and send them down to 666 Shadowbrook Road. It's an old mansion. He's found the amulet. There's no time.
Who the hell is this?
I'm the one they shot last night. I'm a werewolf now, but...
Have a nice night.
No, don't hang up. He's gonna kill your son.
Okay, that's pretty scary. And we took to the streets and we asked some people, what's your favorite thing about Halloween?
Well, my favorite things about Halloween, going back to when I was a kid, are the trick-or-treating, the costumes, and now that I'm an adult, it's the movies. Yeah, the scary movies.
Okay, what scary movies in particular?
The Halloween series, not just the first one, but The Curse of Michael Myers, The Revenge of Michael Myers.
So coming up, we have Halloween, we have Hatchet, we have Psycho, and a couple other movies. And we also took to the streets and asked what you're going to be for Halloween.
What were you going to go as for Halloween?
As you.
Okay. And why?
Scary, isn't it?
Oh, he had to burn me at the end with the scary, isn't it?
Signora's dance has no title. You jump in the saddle, hold on to the bridle, jump in the line, rock your body on time. Oh yeah, I believe you.
And I guess that's Harry Belafonte, and what a unique sound that guy had with the calypso. And maybe you guys remember this theme. Now, I guess it was 2015 when this song came out by an alternative band. Can't remember their name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but they took this part and turned it into a popular, mix 101.9 hit. But also another great show, The Munsters. So I got a joke for you guys. Why did the vampire read the Wall Street Journal? He heard it had great circulation. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. And what tops off a ghost's ice cream sundae? Whipped scream. Oh, thank you so much. You're too kind.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host, your ghost host.
And my name is John Guitar. And that was me in an early recording I did probably in the 50s, 60s. And that was when I hosted the Haunted Mansion. My voice has changed a lot because I quit smoking. But you guys recognize this song. And coming up, we actually have a different version of this song, and I will play it for you right now. Here we go. That was not the one I was thinking of. Here's the one I was thinking of. Oh yeah, anyone want to party? Because we're in St. John's Studio. Cold, rainy Halloween night. So coming up, like I said, we had Halloween, Hatchet, Psycho. I have another note here, but I can't really read it. Addams Family. So some of you guys are going to be out later tonight. Just make sure you're not out. Make sure you're not out alone. I can almost hear somebody. Maybe that's the garage. It's kind of cold out here. So up next, we have a little bit of Frankenstein, and this may remind you. So I guess when Frankenstein was upset, he'd make this sound. But we have another version of Frankenstein. That's sounds like Frankenstein just ate, like he's eating pizza or something. But you guys may know this bit from the original Frankenstein when Dr. Frankenstein knows he's alive.
It's moving. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, in the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God.
Now he knows what it feels like to be God. There's also this bit, I forget what this one is. Frankenstein's pounding on the door trying to get in. Hey, maybe tonight when you guys are passing out candy, he might be trying to break into your door. But here's a little bit of Halloween.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there's nothing left. No reason.
Is something wrong with my computer?
Conscience, no understanding, even the most rudimentary sense of life or death.
Oh my gosh.
Of good or evil.
Oh my gosh.
I met this.
There's something wrong with my computer.
This blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes.
Halloween is an extremely racist holiday, white people. And the reason I say that is because there's no good characters for the black kids to be. My daughter, her favorite movie is The Little Mermaid, so obviously she wanted to be Ariel for Halloween. Now, it's hard for me to explain to a 3-year-old little girl, ain't no such thing as black mermaids. You can go to school and work hard and be the president of the United States if you wanted to, but you can't never be no mermaid.
It's pretty funny. Here's another one.
So I went out and bought her outfit. She had the little red wig on, little sequin finny gown thing on. She was the Little Mermaid. We walking around trick-or-treating, people start calling her stuff that she didn't even try to be, stuff that she wasn't even portraying. They walking up like, oh, you let your daughter be Nicki Minaj? That is so cute. I love her music. This is Ariel. I was angry.
So here's a song you guys should check out if you never heard it. I was really into this song when she came out. And I forgot it, but it's fitting for this bit because we're going into, hatchets, Halloween, chainsaws.
For 15 years, I've been obsessed to find out what was going on inside of it. It's been my life work and my ultimate failure.
It's Loomis's life work, his ultimate failure. Boy, did he sell the movie.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Now, you guys may remember this scene when the little girl comes out and she's showing Michael Myers' tendencies. So needless to say, Loomis sold the movie.
You can't calm me down. You can't calm me down.
Sorry for singing out of key.
Eat my brains up, make my wig, killing time with no shirt on me. I love it when the blood squirt on me. Walked up to a house, jabbed the door, and kicked it in. My victim hid. Stuck Chuck in the closet, and I could tell by the deposit. I got my target, French poodle, stomp it, limp noodle. Rev Chuck up and stir the strudel. Guts on the lawn, fuck's going on? Chainsaw Chuck till the break of dawn. Cut him up, Chuck, somebody. Cut him up, Chuck, get bloody. Cut him up, Chuck, go nutty. Cut him up, Chuck, go. Cut him up, Chuck, go. Cut him up. You can't.
So I don't know if you guys ever got a chance to see the movie Hatchet, but here's a little of the story.
It was like a dirty secret. Victor Crowley was born horribly disfigured. His daddy kept him hidden away in his house where no one would see him. They lived like that for years, just keep it in themselves, alone.
Okay, so needless to say, Victor Crowley dies because kids caught his house on fire, and then he becomes, a ghost. And when the ghost comes, to haunt everybody, here's one of the death scenes.
We have the good Lord with us, baby. The good Lord will protect us.
And boy, is that movie grisly, but here's the Hatchet 3. I don't think they're making any more. They might revisit it later, but here's the end of Hatchet 3. She knows the ghost is going to come back. This is also Danielle Harris from Halloween.
One more time.
I think it's 3 or 5 or 4.
Come on, do it. Come on, do it. Come on, fucking do it already. Come on, get up. Oh, God damn it. Do it already. Fucking do it already. Fuck it.
There goes his head, splattered all over the canvas. We sat down with you guys, and I asked you this.
What's your favorite Halloween scary movie of all time?
Which one? Halloween movie?
Yeah, Halloween movie. Or scary
Well,
movie.
I don't know what's Halloween, but I love Jason.
There you go, friendly.
What's the scariest Halloween movie of all time?
Halloween.
Part 1?
3.
Ooh,
3.
3.
Like where they put on the mask and their head explodes.
Right.
That's the best one?
That's the best
Hey,
one.
thank you so much.
Okay.
There you go. And we were talking about Hatchet. We sat down with an interview with for an interview with Kane Hodder. Here's what he said.
Like in Hatchet 1, I was so distant from them that some of the female actresses were terrified before they ever came to doing the scene. And they loved that. They were so scared and hadn't even seen me in the makeup until they're on camera. So their
Well, that
reaction
brings
is
some- that- yeah.
pretty
Brings that
believable that way.
authentic,
Because I've seen that, you hang around with some of the actors for a while before their death scene comes, and they're, you're friends with them and they're comfortable with you in the makeup. It doesn't help the performance.
Right.
We also asked him this.
I like the movie so much because it tells a lot, it wraps up a lot of storylines that Adam purposely left open from the beginning, from the first movie, and I guess really is the final final one because so many things are, brought to a conclusion that I can't imagine how we could go past this, even though I'd love to. But and the biggest thing for me is that Victor, for the first time, in my opinion, looks actually scary.
And finally, that's we wanted to give a tribute to Friday the 13th. So here's a little of that. You guys may remember this scene with an axe.
They certainly are scraping the bottom of the barrel for cheerleaders these days.
What are you doing here?
We were just driving by, going out for some ice cream. Thought you might like to join us.
I said I would be home at 10. It's not even 9.
Who said anything about that? I just thought you'd like to join us for some ice cream. Maybe your bug here can join us. We can talk about burying the hatchet. You know what a hatchet is, don't you, Bug?
It's an axe?
Sort of, yeah. I got one in the car if you'd like to see it.
A pass.
Fair enough. I like to carry it, You never know when you're gonna need it. A situation may come up, say, for example, someone's been drinking and about to drive a loved one home. Then I like to know I have it. Not to kill, no. Just to maim. Take a little off the shoulder, the elbow, shave a little meat off the old kneecap. Ooh. You got both kneecaps? I like to keep mine razor sharp, too. Sharp enough you can shave with them. Why, I've been known to circumcise a gnat. You're not a gnat, are you, Bug? Wait a minute. Bug? Gnat? Is there a little similarity there? Whoa, I think there is. You understand what I'm talking about? I don't think you do. I'll be right back.
So, what kind of makeup do ghosts wear? Mascara. Oh, thank you so much. And what do you call two spiders that just got married? Newlywebbed. Oh, thank you for that. What a nice crowd. So, in case you guys had never seen it, here's a little of Pet Sematary, okay?
Well, sometimes that is better. The person you put up there ain't the person that comes back. It may look like that person, but it ain't that person. Because whatever lives in the ground beyond the pet cemetery ain't human at all.
Okay, so that's Pet Sematary, and I just revisited this movie, and man, is it absolutely terrifying.
It's wrong. What happened to you is wrong.
Remember, Doc, the barrier was not meant to be crossed. The ground is sour.
So the ground is sour, and of course the doctor is married to a woman who had a sister with some sort of spinal injury, and here's a little of her haunting the family.
I'm coming for you, Rachel.
Now watch this in the dark in a basement.
And this time, I'll get you.
Get you
For letting us die.
Then she's also haunted in this scene. She can hear her calling from the living room, so she goes up the stairs, and she's freaking out because she hasn't seen her sister since she's passed. It is horrifying.
Rachel? Is that you? I finally came back for you.
Joe, I'm going to twist your back like mine so you'll never get out of bed again. Never get